I welcome all of you on YourPedia and today we are sitting in the campus of Punjab University. आप जानते हैं पंजाब यूनिवर्सिटी के अंदर रिसेंटली चल रहा है वाइस चांसलर कॉन्फ्रेंस ऑन न्यू एजुकेशन पॉलिसी इंप्लीमेंटेशन एंड आज यहाँ पे एक कॉन्फ्रेंस है यूनिवर्सल ह्यूमन वैल्यूज पे। मेरे साथ हैं प्रोफेसर अजमेर सिंह मलिक जो वाइस चांसलर हैं चौधरी देवी लाल यूनिवर्सिटी सिरसा हरियाणा के। वेलकम सर। सर आप एक काफ़ी लर्नड एकेडमिशियन हैं, प्रेजेंटली वाइस चांसलर हैं चौधरी देवी लाल यूनिवर्सिटी के। आज मैं आपके साथ डिस्कस करूंगा सर दो मेन पॉइंट्स के ऊपर। एक रहेगा सर न्यू एजुकेशन पॉलिसी और दूसरा रहेगा यूनिवर्सल ह्यूमन वैल्यूज़ के ऊपर। सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल मेरा पहला जो डिस्कशन है सर वो इसके ऊपर होगा कि आप क्या समझते हैं न्यू एजुकेशन पॉलिसी 2020 को आए हुए अब 3 साल होने वाले हैं सर। ये सारे का सारा कॉन्फ्रेंस चल रहा है, उसके बारे में डिस्कशन हो रहा है। अलग अलग मैंने वाइस चांसलर से डिस्कशन किया है, उनका व्यू लिया है सर। आपका व्यू जानना चाहते हैं, उससे पहले आप अपने बारे में और आप अपनी यूनिवर्सिटी के बारे में थोड़ा सा हमें बताएं सर।
Thank you for interacting with me. I'm Professor Ajmer Singh Malik, as you told it. Started my career from Kurukshetra University, Kurukshetra, and before that I was here in PU Chandigarh.
Okay.
I was appointed Vice-Chancellor of a university which is in the remote corner of Haryana state and surrounded by Rajasthan and Punjab. That's an educationally backward area. And that university is not fully grown. As you see in Punjab University, it has fully grown university, but that's a growing university. Not all faculties are there, even resources or infrastructure is limited. The reason being that's a new one. But with the time, with the passage of time, and since we have sincere, hardworking people there, and most of the population in that particular district, Sirsa and adjoining to it, that is socially and educationally backward, underprivileged, and that's why the role of that university becomes very much important. Now in that university we are trying to provide all kinds of education in all disciplines. No doubt it is multidisciplinary one, but in the last 2-3 years we have added many disciplines in that university. Now, as you talked about the NEP 2020, and that 3 years have passed, we also conducted a workshop for this purpose, just to make acquainted our faculty how to implement this NEP 2020, or what is it. We did it at India International Center, and at the time as many scholars from adjoining areas and who are there at the national level position in different educational related institutions like UGC, AICT, etc. We invited them. And after a thoughtful interactions with those talented people and those scholars, we developed a plan for introducing it. We started 4-year degree courses, and this is our 3rd session we are doing it. No doubt, as you might have seen or might have interacted with the UGC people, and the chairperson was here in this university yesterday and day before yesterday, that implementation of NEP 2020 is evolving. If someone is saying that it is implemented, it cannot. But I must congratulate in my career of almost 35 years in academics. I've not seen that kind of the work from the UGC. They have provided so many guidelines, rather a full comprehensive plan for the transformation of the education system in India, particularly higher education system, that has been made by that. And I can understand the labor, the intellect, and the sincerity and commitment towards the nation by the UGC people. I really want to compliment them on this issue. And Now the guidelines are in such a way, as you see in a traditional system of education, as for example, the flexibility or multiple entry and exit. At the time I interacted with that chairperson asked from the vice chancellors, is there anyone who have introduced it or who experienced it? I'm lucky enough that I told him that the 4 students who were girls and got some job and they have to left their education in between, and by taking that decision to the academic councils, I readmit them in the course so they can complete their degree. The new national education policy is providing that platform. So this is one aspect. The another important thing is, as you have seen, that ABC, Academic Bank of Credit and Online Education, and that has, I will say that a convergence of intelligent and sincere kind of the academician at one place and contributing for those people who cannot afford it. Maybe the institutions also, many times what happened, that the good people or good academician may not be available to one institution because they remain confined in employment in one institution. So in such a way that this has beautifully carved out. In my university also, as I stated earlier in my talk, that 4-year degree courses are there. So we have introduced all kinds of this ability enhancement courses, skill-based education, then value addition courses, and no doubt universal human values. We, since the guidelines came recently, and today, with this intention, what is real universal human values, and how the policy makers at national levels are visualizing it, so that we can introduce and we can teach the students in a right perspective about each value system. Definitely, we are likely to start from the next semester itself, that we will have that kind of the program in our university, and hopefully we will be able to achieve the objective as envisaged in our national education policy.
Sir, I was discussing with the other academician luminaries and vice chancellors also. You people are very much clear about the values of these things. You are very clear about the benefits of universal education, value education. But main challenge comes the ultimate stakeholder, जिसको ये देना चाहिए सर, जिसको इसको जाना है, that is students. And everywhere people like you cannot be mentors. So our teachers are to provide it. So within the now confine of university, suppose I visualize this situation that how to motivate students for these kind of courses. You will agree with me sir that students उस एज ग्रुप में होता है जिसको अपने जॉब के लिए बहुत ज़्यादा फोकस है, और वो क्रेडिट सिस्टम कहाँ से मेरे को एम्प्लॉयबिलिटी इंडेक्स बढ़ेगा, कहाँ से मेरे को जॉब लगेगा, ही इज़ मोर फोकस ऑन दैट. Now question here for you is sir that how we can create that ecosystem in our universities so that the students start valuing these things sir, क्योंकि ये फोर्स तो नहीं किया जा सकता सर, ये चीज़ तो इवॉल्व करनी पड़ेगी. यूनिवर्सल ह्यूमन वैल्यूज़ को उनको एक्वायर करना है तो इवॉल्व करना पड़ेगा. सो ये चैलेंजेस जो हैं सर, टीचर्स कौन होंगे और स्टूडेंट्स को क्यों करना है, व्हाट इज़ योर टेक ऑन दैट सर?
NEP or in the inaugural session of this conference this today, and again Rajni Saroda beautifully narrated all about the institutional framework for inculcating this kind of the value system. That is, and they have provided that the teachers can be trained, that what kind of the curricula be there, and online education, training, certification, everything is being told in a detailed manner. That's the institutional efforts. As for example, the UGC, AICT, they developed it. Then the courses, modules were developed. Then provision have been made that the faculty members who have been there in the universities and the colleges, they may be trained in that. Then most important, which was underlined there in the discussion also, that it is the person who practice it. The UGC also at the national level came with the practice that the professor of practice may be appointed. But I would like to say something more about it. That is, for example, we people are born in the 60s. At that time, the value system was so strong in Indian society that you are well known to or well versed with that kind of the system, that kind of the value system. No doubt, for a person like me who have been a student in the discipline of public administration, understand the significance of the constitutional values which our constitutional framers incorporated or rather included not only in preamble but other provisions of the constitution based and on the governance is developed on that. Unfortunately, during 1960s and later on, because of the influence of the Western countries, the development process has focused mainly on this economic development, and the economic development brings many kinds of the social transformation with the hope that the education will bring the necessary social transformation. And at the time the challenge was not like that, that the value system of our society that will degrade later on or because of the influence of this kind of we said that rat race, that everyone is going after money, and more than that we are earning more than that, we need it in our family system. In such a situation that we have diverted or forgotten about our value system. Now this government and NEP by the Indian knowledge system that is reviving it, rather reminding us about our value system. We need not to bring it from anywhere else. Even the generation which is teaching nowadays, or which is the faculty members, just they have to recollect about their family system particularly. No doubt, economic development that brought urbanization, family disintegration. But if you are reviving it, and the way and the sincerity and the we say that energy with which the nation is national leadership is doing it to bring those value system in our education system, definitely we are going to achieve the goal in a very smooth manner. I don't think that there will be any kind of the challenges, and I don't think that we will fail in this kind of the program. Definitely, we are going back. No doubt, many things are likely to happen because there will be two kinds of the ideology. One is pro, and again another is in favor of the Indian knowledge system. And since the Indian knowledge system is soothing one, and that's why it will be the people will follow it. So this is my take on this issue.
So Professor Ajmer, are you going to introduce universal human values course in your university, or it has already been done?
Definitely, we are doing it.
We are going to do this. Okay.
From next semester onwards, from January semester onwards, we'll do it.
Okay.
Because we have prepared ourselves for that purpose, and we will do that.
अच्छा सर, अभी जो न्यू एजुकेशन पॉलिसीज का हम लोग डिस्कशन कर रहे हैं इम्प्लीमेंटेशन का, so I interacted with many vice chancellors. All of them are very excited, motivated, and they believe this is a wonderful piece of document which is going to bring some change for sure. Now my question is about the challenges which you people are facing, because you are heading the institute, sir, and you are trying to implement it. I will ask you, what challenges are you facing while implementing NEP 2020?
The most important challenge is that you have to change your university system that includes the faculty and the non-teaching employees to tune with the objectives of the national education policy. This is the most important one. Second, as we see from the documents, that everything looks quite a difficult one. But education policy is not emphasizing this. Education policy, no doubt, we say that multidisciplinarity should be there, interdisciplinarity should be there, ability enhancement, skill-based, value addition, everything. I tell you one thing, for a university, particularly this Punjab University, Chandigarh, already interdisciplinarity is there. If you go to the school, UBS, University Business School, earlier it was the Commerce and Business Management Department. I was here, and that professor or the faculty from the different discipline that was there. And in the MBA courses, every kind of the science, every kind of the multidisciplinary
things are there.
that was there. So it is not new. Only thing is that we compartmentalized our education system in the recent past. That was the problem. Now the question is, when everything is available in my university, challenge is that we don't have all disciplines. We are not delivering on all disciplines. That may be a challenge. But again, implementation is a evolving process.
You said evolving.
You can implement with your limited resources in a limited manner. But you have to include all the characteristics of the NEP. Those characteristics is multiple entry and exit. Those characteristics is the multidisciplinarity. Those characteristics are the skill-based education. Those characteristics are the value-based education. This is, you can do in your small institution also. So the only thing is, when you are taking a decision particularly for multiple entry and exit, is there resistance? Who will support it? If you can provide a good leadership, then you can say, you can convince them. I've taken those decisions in case of the four. Yeah. In those decisions, I simply stated that NEP is permitting us. Why are you not taking this kind of the decision? This is the only thing. So only thing is that we have to change our mindset at our governance level, and we have to consolidate our resources, physical and human, in such a manner that we can comprehensively implement it. This is my take in this regard, and I am doing that. And now everyone is in the university, everyone is doing it. But again, one thing is that's important, that is, since we are living in the era of IT and artificial intelligence,
yes, sir.
It is a prerequisite that you make your system on ICT-based system. All the university process need to be not at one time, maybe in phases. It may take time, 2 years, 3 years, or 1 year, depending upon the availability of resources, financial and technological. That depends on that. So this is, I don't think there is any kind of problem is not there. Challenge is there. And challenge is of your sincerity and commitment. That's all.
आपने एक बहुत अच्छा एग्जांपल लिया मलिक सर, आपने बोला था कि कुछ स्टूडेंट्स छोड़ चुके थे, फिर मल्टीपल एंट्री मल्टीपल एग्जिट का आपने कैसे उसके लिए इम्प्लीमेंट करवाया आपने, एंड देन यू गेव वन सक्सेसफुल एग्जांपल आल्सो कि हमने उसको करवा दिया. दैट इज वंडरफुली, एंड आई एम वेरी श्योर चैलेंज आएगा, उसको आपको फेस करना है, और आपको उससे निकल के जब निकलेंगे तभी आपको पता चलेगा कि कैसे वो आगे हमारा इम्प्लीमेंट हो सकता है. दैट इज वंडरफुल. सर एक लास्ट क्वेश्चन जो मैं आपसे पूछूंगा, दैट इज न्यू एजुकेशन पॉलिसी इज एक्चुअली रिलेटेड टू एजुकेशन which is not only within the university. जब तक बच्चा यूनिवर्सिटी जाता है, इज हायर एजुकेशन, सो उससे पहले स्कूल्स आते हैं, प्राइमरी स्कूल्स आते हैं, बहुत कुछ आता है, सो मेनी एजुकेशनल इंस्टीट्यूट्स आते हैं. सो माय क्वेश्चन टू यू इज सर, लाइक बीइंग वाइस चांसलर ऑफ यूनिवर्सिटी, so what is your I must say interaction with those educational institutes जहाँ पे primary education वगैरह होता है? Are you people providing some kind of mentorship or something? Are you linked in that way, or is it should I see it as a separate island कि जब यूनिवर्सिटी में है तो ये होना है, जब स्कूल में है तो ये होना है? How do we see this entire thing, sir?
Good question, and even I was not realizing it in the right perspective how to do it. But I tell you one thing. At the national level, Government of India has started the one thing that NCT has given us 2 courses. Those are ITEP, Integrated Teachers Education Programs, BA, B.Ed and BSc B.Ed. And that has provided me an opportunity, particularly for linking our institution with the school education. So what we are doing now, we have taken a decision, and likely within a week we are trying to contact them, that those schools, because we have to train, we have to send our students to the school for the teaching practice and all kinds of the things. So there are good schools in that vicinity, in that area. We are contacting them. We are asking, we are convening a some sort of workshop to interact with them, so that we can send our students for the training. The another important thing is that last year when UGC introduced a CUET, so in that CUET that we contacted many schools that you apply for, ask your students to to enroll in that kind of examination so that you can get the opportunity all over the country in good institutions. And some of them responded it. And even in ITEP, it is UET based examination, entry level is. And we couldn't get students. About 50% of the students could be admitted in our programs. And some of the students, since they were from Odisha, so those students, they left after getting the admission. The reason being it is 5-hour journey from Delhi itself. So that may be some sort of weird, because the students are coming from ordinary homes, sometimes may not be able to understand Hindi or English, because that may be the reason. Otherwise, there is no other. Land order is not a problem in Haryana, at least now. So in such circumstances, our interactions with the institutions, particularly in that area, that will help us in getting the students. Already, we have started undergraduate program earlier, 2 years or 3 years earlier. There were no undergraduate programs in the university. So we have to provide some sort of academic leadership. It is the responsibility of the university. We have realized it and likely to do it before the next academic session, so that that kind of the goal or that kind of interaction or linkages can be established in a meaningful manner, no doubt through memorandum of understanding, through workshop, etc. And earlier also, that last year also, we invited students of the different schools just to see our university system. And providing, we have a very beautiful auditorium, providing that auditorium to them so that they can understand the meaning of university education system, that kind of. We have to attract, because this is the market era. You have to do it. If you are not doing it, then you will remain backward forever. This is the thinking, and that's why we are doing it.
Wonderful. So, Professor Ajmer, we come to an end of this session, and हमारा session start हुआ था where you started telling that though you were product of your teacher in Punjab University, very prestigious.
I'm not teacher, I was a researcher.
Okay, researcher, scholar, research scholar. And then you went to Sirsa, जो जहाँ पे
University, and then
Sirsa. तो challenges जो हैं हर particular university का अलग भी हो सकता है, because when we compare Punjab University with the university in Sirsa, challenges can be different. As you mentioned, one of the very important points है कि national education policy में एक interdisciplinary पॉइंट रखा गया है वहाँ पे, वो तभी पॉसिबल है अगर डिसिप्लिन्स बहुत से हों. सो वो सिरसा के अंदर थोड़ा डिसिप्लिन्स कम है, और पंजाब यूनिवर्सिटी ऑलरेडी बहुत से मल्टी डिसिप्लिन में काम करता है, तो वो चैलेंजेस रहेंगे. नंबर 2, इकोसिस्टम. कोई भी यूनिवर्सिटी सर अलग से नहीं है, आइलैंड नहीं है, वो एक इकोसिस्टम का पार्ट होता है, एक रीजन का पार्ट होता है, उसके अपने अलग से चैलेंजेस हो सकते हैं, बट देन अलॉन्ग विद द चैलेंजेस कम द अपॉर्चुनिटी. सर बहुत ब्यूटीफुली एक्सप्लेन किया है आपने अजमेर सर, and I thank you for your time which you gave, and I'm very sure sir ये जो आपने बातें बताई हैं ये helpful रहेंगी.
Privileged to be here.
Thank you.
That I started my career from here and learned a lot from this institution, and I always wish good luck to this institution.
Thank you
very much.
Thank you sir.